many of those kids do you have going both ways in 2012?
Well, hopefully not as many as it may seem. Now, they learn both ways, they practice both ways, depending on how the game goes and the situation. And injury situations might determine how much they play. You know, Cole was a sophomore, was a starting nose guard, played pretty much strictly defense last year. For the most part, offense and short yardage situations, or we had some guys come out because of bumps and bruises. Marcus played corner and running back, so we've had to do it. We don't necessarily choose to do it, but at the same time, we want to, figure out the best way to win games, and sometimes that means they got to do it.
With the GMC Preview Show, and we're going to talk a little bit about your schedule. One of the things you reiterated to all the coaches and all the players when you stood up was, we've got to go out at the GMC, and the GMC put 4 of the 8 teams in the Division 4 or Division 1 Region 4 playoffs last year. But you made a very specific point of, we've got to go out and knock out the non-conference teams. I mean, it means so much. Your non-conference schedule, you've got Springfield on there this year, East Central, which is a great matchup, I think, and talk a little bit about how you're scheduling and your philosophy, trying to get those Heartland points.
Well, I mean, it's a tricky situation because you want to play good teams to win, but you also want to beat them. You get 0 points for any game you lose, so we want to challenge ourselves, but at the same time, we do play in a very competitive conference, and I've been a part of it as an assistant, and even my first year as a head coach, where you can schedule yourself right out of the playoffs. And my job is to always make sure we have a chance. And last year we did. I mean, half the Division I playoff teams in Region 4 were from our conference. And the main reason is we did very well as a league in our first 3 games. Once we get to the league schedule, we play each other, so there's only so many points to be gained and so many points that you're guaranteed to lose because of who you play. I mean, they might have a win and a loss, and they play each other, and you get a win and a loss. And so at the end of the day, you got to win football games. But if our league can go out there and in those first 3 games do well as a conference, that only improves the total we get from when we play, and hopefully for us beat the other teams.
Looking at the GMC before I get into these guys and get a few answers from them. You don't play Middletown, you don't play Lakota West, but you did scrimmage those guys. Who do you look at as really, obviously Colerain's going to be pretty good, but who do you look at as some price teams? I think Princeton's going to be a real surprise.
Could be, and I think it's one of those deals. I mean, Colerain is the team to beat. Until somebody can knock them off their pedestal, they're the cream of the crop in our league. And we play them week 5, and maybe we're that team this year. I don't know. We'll find out that week. After that, you could go down a laundry list of teams and say they got a chance to be in that spot. Middletown's the logical choice with Jalen Marshall. They also graduated a lot of players. Mason's a very talented team. They got so many players. I really think Coach Castor does a great job coaching them. They're always well coached and they play hard. But again, they lost a ton of people too, so you don't know what they're going to have. I think we're in that mix. I think Princeton's in that mix. Lakota West was young last year, and Lakota East has a great senior class that's won all the way through. So, I mean, you could go down the list and say anybody could end up being in that next spot. But I think the one sure thing is Colerain is the team to beat.
Sounds good. Let's go over here to the corner. Marcus James. And Marcus, you're going to have a chance to run the football this year. The off-season, knowing that you're going to be the #1 guy, how do you help prepare to make yourself a better football player?
Just having the best off-season that I've had so far here at Sycamore, and just getting prepared to be a leader and help out my team the best right here.
What do you like about the offense so far and what you're seeing?
That they can get me in space so I can try to get out there and break some tackles and get it to the house.
No A.J. Williams to block in front of you. You do have a Mason Morgan, but you did say you get some space, so talk a little bit about those guys up front.
Well, yeah, like you said, we got Mason, Cole over there, be opening some holes for me, and we got a few other newcomers that I think will be pretty good at opening some holes.
Sounds good. Let's go right over here to Mr. Hunter, Josh Hunter. Josh, you and Tanashi over here, you're gonna be the men, middle linebackers. Is Coach going to let you loose? What kind of plans do you have at the outside?
Well, basically, we just play our regular stuff. We got a few blitzes in or whatever, but we usually play our techniques, do what we coach to do, and hopefully we stop the ball like we can.
Toughest running back you had to go up against last year?
I don't know. GMC has a lot of good ball carriers, so probably all of them.
Sounds good. Let's go over here, International. Offers are starting to come for you. Tell us a little bit about the offer train. You're one of the few juniors that are actually holding offers right now.
When I got the one from Illinois, it was very exciting, but I haven't got the ones from the other ones. They want to see me play this year and see if I can improve.
So when you look at guys that have been in the past here, guys like AJ, how's watching them go through the recruiting process helped you to this point?
Well, like I asked them for advice, and they give me very good advice on what to do in the whole process.
You've been playing since you were a freshman at the varsity level. How's your leadership role changed from then to now?
Well, I guess back then I was just line up, but this year I'm staying in the front and telling everybody where to go. And yeah.
Are you feeling comfortable in that role?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Let's go over here to Cole Tamaris. Cole, we were talking about you get to play both ways, and that's got to be an awful lot of physical conditioning. What'd you do in the off season to get yourself in better shape?
I just lifted really hard, got a lot better at my bench, squat, and clean, and I did all the conditioning and everything, so just the plan that we had.
Going up against these GMC big lines, and we went to the GMC Preview Show the other day, there's some big brothers that you got to go up against. I mean, is there anybody that's really tough for you, or any team that would give you trouble?
Nobody in particular. They're all big, but I mean, you just got to stay low and play with technique. So.
Sounds good. Let's go over here to Mason Morgan. Mason, you're another fellow that's got a few of the offers out there. He's big tight end. And what are your offers on the table? And tell us who you like.
Right now I have 5, and it's Ohio, Ball State, Bowling Green, Akron, and Buffalo.
So Brady and I were talking before the show, and it's like, it was just so wrong last year when they put A.J. Williams and Mason on the same side of the field. They just looked so much bigger than everybody else. But one of the things is, you didn't catch but 5 footballs last year. How's your role in the offense going to change? Obviously Coach said Simpson's got a big arm. Or you think you're going to get more balls thrown to you?
Hope so. We've got a few new routes in that's trying to give me the ball more, get me in space, make plays.
Sounds good. And we'll go over here to Sam Kogan. And Sam, one of the best kickers in the GMC and actually all of Southwest Ohio. Last season, you get in these close games in the GMC. How do you work in practice to prepare yourself mentally for, okay, here it is, last play of the game, or it's coming down to the last field goal of a half. What do you do to prepare yourself for those situations in practice?
Well, some of the practices we have at the end of practice, Coach will get the entire team, and we'll crowd around all the kickers in the PAT unit, and we'll line up to kick a field goal, and then they'll start screaming at us, and then we'll snap the ball, and we have to make it. And so far, I haven't missed one yet, knock on wood. Hopefully when it comes down to the games, I'll be able to put it through the uprights.
Is there a certain distance that that Coach has said, okay, Sam, if we're within X amount of yards, then you're going in, this is your time to kick?
If it's inside a 40-yard field goal, I'm pretty consistent inside there. If it's outside 40, I'll probably make it, but 50's pushing it.
Sounds good. Biggest kick for you so far in your career?
Biggest kick so far, with probably some of the extra points against Oak Hills when that came down to a pretty close game. And also even some of the kickoffs when we managed to recover some last year.
That's an interesting point that you make about being able to recover a kickoff. It's not necessarily putting 3 points on the board sometimes, is it? It's about where you place it in order to get some guys in a position to make another plays.
Yeah, last year we did a lot of pooch kicks since I didn't necessarily have the leg, last year being my first year playing football. But I hit the weight room a lot during the off-season, and I'm being able to hit 55-plus yard kickoffs on a pretty consistent basis.
Sounds good. Man, it sounds like a well-rounded Sycamore Aviators team for 2012. Let's give them a big hand. We'd like to thank you guys all for coming out tonight. Dave Seeger, our owner, Mike O'Donnell, our owner. You got me out there? Yep. All our teams for coming out. We wish everybody a great season in 2012. Thanks to Nick Wesendorf, our audio master. Thanks to McDeer. Thanks to Sycamore. Thanks to Indian Hill. And Deer Park for showing up tonight. Brady Labor, thank you for helping me. I'm Greg Shoemaker for tristatefootball.com. Remember, you can catch all of this tomorrow on tristatefootball.com. Thanks again.